Making friends. Now, this is a very common question that I get asked from people who wake up and they reach out to me. It was something for me as well to discover how to make friends after you've left the Jehovah's Witnesses. Now, when we were in, all of our friends and family that we saw most of the time were Jehovah's Witnesses. We were discouraged from making friends with so-called worldly people. And so, especially if you're raised in that kind of environment, you're socially stunted. You don't really know how to mix with people in the real world, and you don't really know what to talk to them about, or how to relate to them. Maybe you feel a little bit naive, but that's a problem that can be fixed. Now, what I did when I left, I knew absolutely nobody. All of my family were still Jehovah's Witnesses. Aunties, uncles, parents, brothers, sisters, cousins. A lot of my friends were Jehovah's Witnesses. I didn't know anybody who was in the real world, apart from work colleagues. I didn't hang around with them. So this is what I did. I went online and I found groups, like meetup groups. In fact, here in the UK, there's a website called meetup.com that I went on there, and you find like things that you're interested in, whether it be like learning Spanish or cookery classes. Or I joined one that was made up of expats, so people who moved to the UK, like students or people who move for work. And I joined that even though I'm not an expat, I am actually from the UK. And as the only native English person there, I became very popular because people wanted to learn English and they were speaking to me. And everybody there also didn't know anybody. So you're in a crowd of like 50 people and every single one of them don't know each other. But they're there specifically to make friends. So that was easy. So I did that. I also joined a life drawing class for two reasons. One, because in the Jehovah's Witnesses you weren't allowed to go to life drawing, which is essentially learning how to draw naked bodies. Somebody standing there, and you're drawing them. I made a point of mixing with people that I was there with. I made a point of mixing with people and talking to people. And another piece of advice I give you is don't be embarrassed about the fact that you were in a high control group. A lot of people are fascinated by it. I've never had a bad reaction from it. It instantly makes you the most interesting person in the room. So I've used that to my advantage. When people know that I was in a high control group and they learn it was the Jehovah's Witnesses, they usually say, oh, I didn't know they were like that, or what do they believe? So you tell them what they believe, and the bizarre stuff they believe, and also tell them how it's affected you. I personally found myself to be very outgoing when I left, which is funny because I was very shy when I was Jehovah's Witness. I think I just had this enthusiasm, the fact that I was free, and life was full of possibilities, and people were potentially my new friends, and I spoke to everybody, and the enthusiasm that I had for